set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
Trump Gaza #1. And yes, the Somalis are carrying their passport. Now they know the feeling of Mexicans, okay? They had to carry their passport since the Trump administration got started. All the Latinos, they are feeling the weight of carrying their passport. And this is the thing. They voted for this. They wanted other people. They just say, no, do not vote for Kamala. If you need to get out and vote for the Green Party, vote for somebody else, but do not vote for Kamala. And now they are feeling the consequences of what they did. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to grow, okay? Help us to support liberal media and subscribe to my channel. And stay towards the end because this video is going to be really interesting. I have different few points of view of the same situation. And yes, it seems like they are finally getting it.
Peace and much love to all real ones only. Well, would you look at that? For me, the thing that takes the cake is them Somalis for Trump. I mean, do you see now what cooning brings you? Do you see it or not yet? And of course, you know, much love and much respect is due to the Somalis that were not, you know, followers of these Trump coons out there. You know, there's plenty of coons for Trump, you know, but they all gonna learn. All the coons for Trump are gonna learn eventually, whether they want to see it or not. They will learn. They will learn. It's incredible, incredible. Like, and the thing that kills me is that they have the nerve now to go ahead and show their faces again, talking about, oh, you know what? You know, we don't want to support Trump anymore. Listen, it's done. You got what you voted for. Now go on ahead and celebrate like it's a holiday. Thank you. Much love to all real ones only.
Before carrying my passport around, I had a feeling of pride, and now I'm carrying it and it has a lot of darkness around it because now I'm just like, I just want to get home safe to my kids.
We're in Minneapolis, days after the Trump administration directed ICE to begin targeting and arresting undocumented Somali migrants in the city.
The Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
People from Somalia are garbage. And I heard it the first time. It was heartbreaking, because not for myself, because I know I'm not.
Munira Malamasak runs a primary care clinic in Minneapolis.
To have the President of the United States say these things, I think it feels like I definitely don't belong.
Minnesota is home to around 80,000 Somalis, many of whom were either born here or have been here for decades. Over 85% of Somalis here are U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents, but they still worry they could be wrongfully arrested.
People are carrying not only their ID, but their passports. No one gets their passports out unless they're traveling overseas. But now, I'm carrying my passport, right?
This local Somali shopping center would normally be packed on a Thursday afternoon, but today, it's largely deserted.
Americans like me have to feel like, okay, I can't leave without having proper documentation, and many people are doing that. My entire life has been public service. I have served in the Army National Guard for 6 years, and I was elected as the first person of color, the first Muslim, the first Somali, the first of many things to serve in the City Council in New Brighton. When the president speaks with such vile, racist remarks, you feel like you lost some of that American values that this country had.
Back at the clinic, Munira says the fear is also affecting her patients.
We have no one here today because we were told that ICE is around here. People are choosing to stay home.
The Department of Homeland Security says ICE has arrested at least 19 people in Minneapolis since the raids began, including at least 8 Somali nationals accused of serious crimes. It's not clear if more raids are coming, but for now, Munir's biggest concern is how the president's words will affect her children.
As a mom, not just a mom, but like as a Somali mom, this is a scary time. I worry for my boys. I worry that a teacher may not give them the attention that they deserve. My daughter, I worry for. How can we get her to blend in a little bit more? Which is hard, right? To tell your kid to hide their own identity. I hope that they know that these words are touching real people and real people that love this country.
This is the moment federal agents used pepper spray on protesters who were blocking cars in a heavily Somali neighborhood in Minneapolis. City Council member Jamal Osman says armed ICE agents went to East African restaurants in the neighborhood and demanded to see people's IDs. Osman says the agents were at a senior housing complex when they were confronted by a group of young protesters with whistles who surrounded their vehicles. Osman says the agents responded with pepper spray.
Okay? No, he's not okay. He's not okay. What happened? They put this spray in his eye.
ICE officials told the AP via email that they made no arrests in the neighborhood and provided no further details. Minnesota's Somali community, which is the largest in the U.S., has been on edge as President Donald Trump's administration targets the community.
Why is it we only take people from whole countries? We always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. The only thing they're good at is going after
Breaking immigration news. The New York Times is reporting that ICE has an operation in Minnesota to target Somali migrants. What I want to remind you about this is that you need to stay safe. If you are inside your house, you should know that ICE does not have a warrant to come into your house. And so if they knock on the door and they ask you a question, you don't say anything. You don't say a word. And if they want to try to come into your house, they will have to have a warrant. If they don't have a warrant, they cannot enter, and you're going to be safe. Stay safe and follow me for more immigration news. Does not have a warrant to come into your house. And so if they knock on the door and they ask you a question, you don't say anything. You don't say a word. And if they want to try to come into your house, they will have to have a warrant. If they don't have a warrant, they cannot enter, and you're going to be safe. Stay safe and follow me for more immigration news.
The Somalis are demanding a National Heritage Month. That's what they're demanding from the U.S. This is one of their leaders.
Today we are announcing a nationwide call for Somali Heritage Month, a month that this entire country can celebrate, remember not only the impact that Somali American immigrants have done across this country. So while we determined this month, we believe will be June, because it celebrates the history of Somalia and its birth after the Civil War.
Out of all months, Juneteenth was just recognized. And the significance behind it, the reasoning behind it, is because it's something to do with Somali Civil War that happened in Somalia. Not over here. It has no significance to the United States. It happened in Somalia. So once again, you're not even assimilating to the culture, because the reasoning behind you wanting June have nothing to do with the United States. And then you have ethnic groups like Mexican Americans been in the United States longer than Somalians, and they don't even have a Mexican Heritage Month. They've been in here over 100 years, 150 years, and I'm talking about the Guadalupe Treaty when everything was sliced up. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all just got here in the 90s. I mean, Air Jordans are older than y'all. The Simpsons is older than y'all. Red Bull been around longer than Somalis, at least the formula. Maybe if y'all was this demanding in Somalia, things will change, right? And then this is an unbelievable request. They want Donald Trump to come to Minnesota and talk to them. Donald Trump is not walking back anything he said about y'all community. If you notice, it's been almost 10 years ago when he called Africa, the whole entire country, continent, whatever, a shithole, and he never apologized. As long as Donald Trump been in front of the cameras on media. He never apologized for anything. So I don't know the significance of why they want to meet up with Donald Trump. But the reasoning behind June, that has everything to do with Somalia and nothing to do with America.
First lady that she just was saying, I'm carrying my passport around. I used to carry my passport like a sign of pride. Now I carry my passport like I just want to make it a safe home. But she was perfectly okay when Donald Trump called Mexicans are the R word. Okay, I cannot say it right now because then YouTube put me like a slow my videos. But he said Mexicans are R. So she was perfectly okay with someone else have to carry their passport. But it's finally now it is not okay for her that she's just doing that she have to carry her passport. These people is just, I just cannot understand. How can you do that to yourself? And this is the thing, the Somalis, they voted in the majority for Donald Trump, like a 20% voted for Kamala, and the rest voted for the Green Party. And they, for Jill, there is the Green Party. And they was perfectly okay with that. So they are perfectly okay with him, with the orange buffon, trolling somebody else, but they are not okay with getting trolled. What's their problem? What is their situation? And these things, the Somalis are totally against black people, or they don't consider themselves black people. You look black. So if you look black, why are you not considering yourself black? And all these explanations that they say about, oh, being black is an European term, whatever. Okay, you got your rights that you have right now in this country. Thank you to the civil movement, the black Americans, that for you, that's why you just have the rights that you have. Because it was a nation that was segregated. So all the rights that you have, the birth citizenship, the rights to go to school anywhere you want, that you got those rights because the civil rights movement. So how come you don't consider yourself that you are black? When white people see you, they consider yourself black. They only care about what level of melanin you have in your skin.
The Department of Homeland Security has begun a wide-scale review of visas held by Somali nationals living in Minnesota over concerns of visa fraud. This all comes as federal agents are on the ground in Minneapolis conducting illegal immigration operations. The department recently revealed that as many as 50% of visas in Minnesota are fraudulent.
Those who came through a process that weren't properly vetted, who didn't provide documentation, who slipped through the Biden's weak processes on, giving visas and temporary, whether student visas or visitors visas or whatever. We're going the whole gamut. President Trump has instructed us go down and we're going to deep dive all of this, and we're going to hold people accountable. So yes, there are going to be multiple deportations coming. Absolutely.
Man, they coming down on the Somali community like hard. Like this is going harder and deeper than what I think I expected it to be. I don't know what I expected, but they are cracking down hard. I mean, I haven't seen them come this hard at no one group of people in a long time. I don't even think they came this hard at the Nigerians. I don't know if y'all pissed somebody off online or what. Like, I have no idea what the hell's going on. But all I know is that if you a foreigner and your paperwork ain't legit, you gotta watch your mouth. You gotta watch your every move. Like, you gotta be real careful. Cause this is crazy. I actually have a really close friend that works for the DOD, the Department of Defense. And I'm telling you right now, people will do that. Motherfuckers will mass report your ass. Motherfuckers will have people go out. People start to investigate your ass. So,
Do you regret your vote for President Trump?
We don't want him in our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
Salman Fiki, he was at this July 2024 rally in St. Cloud, Minnesota. You can see him at this event with Minnesota Somali leaders giving their endorsement in November of last year. You posted on social media, I, Salman Fiki, am formally announcing that I'm ending all collaboration with the Republican Party.
It was very dehumanizing and it's very unpresidential coming from the commander-in-chief of the United States to dehumanize and to dehumanize a whole entire community by calling them garbage.
Do you regret your vote for President Trump?
No, I don't regret my vote. I have conservative values and I see politics through that lens.
Trump has now fiercely cracked down on Somalis in Minnesota.
Call 911! Call 911! They're doing kidnapping!
After the massive Somali fraud scheme in Minnesota, Trump has decided to remove the temporary protected status of Somalians in the US. And now there is nothing holding his administration back from deporting the people that should not be here. People like these gangbangers and P3DOs. People like the Somalis that are threatening to unalive the mother of the 12-year-old girl that got SA'd by this man. America is tired of being used and abused by people manipulating our system to support the country they left. America is tired of people coming into our country and trying to turn it into the hell they ran away from. Now, the Somali problem is not just in Minnesota. This is a Somali Maine representative talking about using taxpayer money to send back to Somalia. These are Somalians raising a Somali flag in an elementary school in Vermont. This is a Somali running for office in Columbus, Ohio, where Ohio apparently has the second largest Somali population in the US.
This is new Somalia. We will build new Mogadishu. We will turn this wilderness into a fruitful forest of glory for Somalia, greater Somalia forever. Allahu Akbar.
That was in Pennsylvania, where this Somalian man is claiming Pennsylvania's highest point as Somalian territory. Meanwhile, we have another man saying that Minnesota and the US is theirs. All the while, the Minneapolis mayor is saying that his police force will not cooperate with federal and ICE agents in Somalian.
To our Somali community. Daman Shabka, Somaliyed Kunul, Minnesota, Garahan, Minneapolis, Waan, Kuji, Geneva.
Trying to join the ranks, huh? At the end of the day, you can hate Trump, you can hate ICE, you can criticize how raids look on camera, but are you really against deporting violent offenders and repeat fraudsters that are openly admitting to wanting to take over our country? If you ask me, with the attitude these people have, y'all gotta go.
And this is the thing, they think they are so special. They are more special than anybody else. Somehow they want to have their own holiday, like it can be a nation-wide holiday for celebrate the Somalian people. What the heck? Who are you people? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But what do you guys think? Comment below. What do you guys think the whole situation of the Somali people? I just keep covering because more things come out. And now Trump just announced to do full-on rage deportation to the Somalis people in Minnesota. And this is the thing. They don't understand that it's not about deporting a USA citizen because he cannot do that, but it's about terrorizing people. They didn't understand it. They didn't understand the assignment at that time. And it seems like some of them, the ones that triple Trumper or Trump supporter, they didn't understand because some of them, they asked them, do you regret your vote? And some of them, they say, no, I don't regret my vote. Come on, people.
So if you have 1 minute, I'd like for you to check out this video.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No.
So I want to say this with as much clarity as I can possibly say it. I don't believe that every Somali imam thinks this way, but this gives an indication that there are people who we have allied with, who we have supported, who we have taken on as brethren, because were it not for the African American experience, these people would not be able to do any of the things that they're doing. But we have to realize that some people are not our friend. There's a saying in the Black community, not all skin folks is kinfolk. So my decision is, if you came in during this time, I'm rocking with people who came in who have a heritage of experience in the Black community, specifically foundational Black Americans. Until you prove to me that you are an ally of mine, I'm not rocking with you.
So Somalis aren't just welfare queens in America, they're welfare queens all over the world. I want you to listen to some of these numbers. In Norway, 73% of Somali immigrants are on government aid. In Sweden, 64% of Somali immigrants do not have jobs or education. In Denmark, 69% of Somali immigrants are on public benefits. And in America, according to President Donald Trump, 88% of Somali immigrants in the United States of America right now rely on a welfare program. So the question is, not only why are we bringing in so many people that are just coming here and becoming dependents of the state, the other question is, why are we bringing so many people here that become left-wing activists, start talking crap about America, and then all of a sudden start scamming the local and federal government to enrich themselves? I can go story after story after story. There's a woman in Minnesota right now that's living in a $1 million house that was paid for by laundered government money, and the partner, her husband, who bought the house, his name is still on it, but he has fled somewhere else. They can't find him. We all know the feeding our children scandal that's going on in Minnesota right now, where they've literally stolen hundreds of billions of dollars from local and federal governments. So the question is, why are we importing so many people from Somalia into America?
Why he voted for Trump and now is instantly regretting it. Watch.
We're standing here right now. Mr. President, we campaign for you. We have hope in you. We see hope in you. Please differentiate between good, bad, and evil.
That's a Somali immigrant who voted for President Trump in 2024, but now Trump is demonizing Somalis in America, specifically here in Minnesota.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. I got 5 children. My children are no garbage. I campaigned for the president in 2024. I actually went out and we reached 50 million people endorsing Trump 7 days before the election.
What drew you to the president?
Because we believed he was an agent of chaos. We couldn't afford anything back then. There was a fentanyl crisis. There was an issue of affordability. The living standards went down. Crime issues. These are 5 very important things to us. And we believe that Trump would be the solution to it. I've been a Republican for over 25 years. I'm not going to stop being a Republican. But what I do know is for a fact is we're getting killed out here because people are saying, we told you so.
So you're the reason 50 million votes got in. You're the reason. And look at you now, okay? Yeah, of course we're looking at you like, told you so, told you. Y'all had to wait until he specified. Like, no. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you. And in order for you to be like, oh, he's accosted me. It shouldn't have taken all of that. It shouldn't have taken for him to say Somali. You get what I'm saying? It should be a human factor. Oh my gosh. He's treating other humans this way. But no, you was like, oh, he's only talking about Spanish-speaking countries. He's only talking about the Hispanics and the Latinas and the Latinos or whatever. He couldn't be talking about us. Yes, he can. Do you think when he was talking about immigration and deportation and stuff, black folks weren't looking like, well, if he can take that back, he might get the boats going, okay? And you thought you were excused? This is why he says that y'all are not very bright. Because he'll sit there and tell you to your face, and only until he says your specific demographic, your specific gender, your specific culture, your specific race, that's when you're all of a sudden offended. Be offended because people are getting hurt. Be offended because humans are struggling. Not the race, not the culture of the human. There's a human. There are humans. And some of those are tiny humans. Y'all.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Alright? Everyone is keep asking, why don't Somalis want to identify as black? It's simple. The term black was never a word to begin with. Yeah. The term black, it didn't come from Africa. It came from America. Hello. Right? It was designed to separate slaves from Europeans. It was not designed to celebrate identity. It was to control it. Yeah. So when Somalis came to the West, we didn't suddenly become black. We were labeled. Alright? Imposed. And we embrace it. Chill like that. Chill like that. Sheesh. Somalis had identity before race. Alright? Our identity comes from our ancestors, not appearance. Yeah. Alright? Blackness is a Western category. Somalia is a civilization. Big difference. We're Somalis. Chill like that. Chill like that. What's your thoughts on this?
Son of a bitch. Luther, I never thought I'd enjoy having anything in my mouth as much as Petty Officer Virginia Sherman. But this, my God, it tastes so good. I hesitate to swallow, and I certainly don't want to spit it out. Oh, what the hell? I told you so.
You go vote for him. What inspired you to do that? And look what he's doing to your people now. He's been this way. It's nothing new that he came up with last year. This is something new that Trump did. Trump's been this way. He been told you that. He don't like some people. He told you that. And you never hear, have you ever heard him talk bad about immigrants or not of color? Have you ever hear him say something derogative or bad about an immigrant who is not of color? He only speaks down to use derogatory terms to describe immigrants and people of color. That's it. So where's your what motivated you and told you inside your head it's a good decision and choice? You had a choice between two candidates and you skipped Kamala Harris, right? And you voted for Donald Trump, a person of color, an immigrant. Do you think they like you? They don't like your existence. They do not like you. So all these people from Somalia or anywhere in the world you're from for that matter, as an immigrant and you're supporting Donald Trump, you need to go get checked, man, because something is seriously wrong with your ass. You can't be that self-hated. And forget the story about, well, his policies. Forget all that shit. Once you tell me you don't like me, I don't care what policy you have. Or it doesn't matter. As long as you tell me and my people that you do not like us and we're shitty and we're this and there's no policy you have that can make me support you ever. That's just the way I see it.
Good morning, friends. So Stephen Miller announced yesterday that the Trump administration has launched a full-scale investigation into the Somali fraud in Tim Walz, Minnesota. He said that the Somali fraud operation in Minnesota is the single greatest theft of taxpayers' dollars through welfare fraud in American history. He said that what they're about to uncover is going to shock the American people. I don't believe anything shocks us at this point anymore. And right on cue, Somali activists are out full force, bragging out there about what they did and about taking over this country. They are bragging brazenly.
My biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
he may
little
never
boy,
witness
show us what
that.
you can do.
He already witnessed our partial takeover, our little success in America.
He sounds
And
just like
he is the
Oklahoma.
reason, actually, I know that the community in America is thriving.
Thriving?
He is how I know. It's like, he's how we measure our progress. If he doesn't
Progress by stealing our
somebody messed up.
taxpayers'
I know
money.
somebody fucked up the plan. If he tweet, I know we're doing the right things. Yes, that's how I know. So he's old and sick, I know. He may not witness our full takeover,
Okay,
but I
little
promise
boy.
you that his sons will witness. Just like him, we came to exist in this country. See, the land of free men, the land of
Go back to your
opportunities.
country.
And we're here. Yes. And we're not leaving, actually.
You're
We're not
gonna
going
leave.
back. What do you mean go back? You should go back first. You see, if you come first, you go first.
Freaking.
Just like you.
Did you get what he was saying? He said, my biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover. He's talking about Trump. He said he already witnessed our partial takeover, our little success in America. He is how we measure our progress. If he doesn't tweet, I know somebody messed up the plan. If he tweets, I know we're doing the right thing. He said he's old and sick about Trump. He may not witness our full takeover, but I promise you his sons will. He goes further, mocking Americans, mocking the idea of borders, mocking the people whose country he believes he now owns. He goes on to say, we came here and we're not leaving. What do you mean go back? You should go back first. He's telling President Trump to go back first. So you tell me, is this a guy that wants to come and assimilate and seek better life? Is this real immigration? This is ideological conquest rhetoric. This is a triumphalist language. This is a supremacist language. And unfortunately, this is the same exact thing that happened in the UK, the Netherlands, the Germany, France, Sweden, Belgium, every country that opened its doors and ignored the warning signs. This is what's happening to them. And now it's here in America, on camera, unashamed, unmasked. What are we gonna do about it? I mean, guys, look at the patterns. They are identical everywhere, from mass migrations to parallel communities to demographic dominance, open political movements, aggressive cultural demands, open talk of takeover. And I'm afraid by the time Congress wakes up, it's too late. President Trump told the truth about what's happening with the Somali community in America. America must learn from the nations already failing under the same exact pressure. So I'll say it again for the libtards in the back. If a foreigner is in your country and demanding you accept their culture as yours or change your beliefs for that person's religious needs, that's not an immigrant. That's an invader. That's a hostile presence in your country. Okay? They want to destroy your beliefs and your culture to invade and conquer. Get it in your little brains. Okay.
Dear Somalian people, get control of the people in your community that is speaking like this guy that is speaking right now. He just saying, this is how you know that the Somalian community, we are raising up, we are just being better and better. He just doesn't care. He is an art. He just doesn't care. He just talking about you because he just want to make a distraction of the Epstein file, and he is an R. That's the only thing he cares about it. To put people of the darker brown people, black people down. That's what he wants. That's the only thing that he cares about it. He doesn't care about that you guys are raising up and all the kinds of things that he's just saying. So I need to get control of these people, of what they are saying, and just put these people in check, because I see a lot of comments that it goes like a Minnesota belongs to Somalian people. The USA belongs to the Somalian people. We're going to take over the USA. What kinds the things they are saying? It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the Somali community need to get hold of these people like this guy that is just talking pure stupidities. It is incredible.
What do you think about Trump targeting Somalis in Minnesota? Look, I had to look into this actually, and I found out several accounts online saying that Somalis actually have their ancestral homeland in Minnesota. It's in their books. I think it's Kitab al-Anchero in the chapter of Suqar. It says, Minneapolis, Wuria Amos. Like, I think it means like Minneapolis is your house. So just like Trump supports the Israelis' right to return and gives them billions of dollars in aid and gives them money for no reason, actually, you know, he should support the Somalis to return back to their homeland and should actually give them all the taxpayers' money. I mean,
Somalis. What's going on, Somalis? How y'all doing this morning, afternoon, or evening? Wherever you see this video, how y'all doing? Now, why y'all have so much anger and disrespect towards the black Americans? Why? Why y'all so upset that we're not speaking up for y'all? Why? Just talk to me, Somalis. Why are y'all so upset? Why the vitriol and anger towards us? And not towards the YT man? Why? That's why I don't get. Why the displaced anger towards us, the black Americans? Y'all never liked us. Y'all never even rock with us. Just being for real, just being honest. And I'm seeing countless and countless and countless of videos on what y'all did in Minnesota, right? Y'all say, well, we marched for y'all doing the Black Lives Matter. I said, Black Lives Matter? Yeah, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, Black Lives Matter. George Floyd, all the Somalis, we marched in the streets in solidarity for the black Americans or when the police unalived George Floyd. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I saw y'all marching for George Floyd, I just looked at it as just an even, fair exchange. You know why? On what we did for y'all. And what we did for y'all was we donated money to feed the children.
This is a wet feeding center. That means cooked food is being distributed here. This is very good because we're sure then this is reaching those most in need. These people have traveled from very far and many are losing children along the way, and we have to ramp up these operations. Over 300,000 people here in Mogadishu need help, and those numbers are growing daily. But the cooked food needs to be fortified. We need to add in the vitamins that can help protect these children even better. And so these contributions that are coming in will go directly to operations like this and fortifying this food.
See, a lot of the commercials that we seen back in the day, maybe 30 years prior, or even 2011, matter of fact, I'm going to use 2000, even in 2011, black Americans sent money to Somalia to feed the people. Your people. We sent money there. Even in the early 90s, we sent money to y'all to feed the children. So we seen them little babies with the ribs showing. We seen them videos of them telling us that how women walk 100 miles with the babies and some of the babies didn't make it so they can get to the food center where we was giving y'all food. That was our money that we sent. So least y'all can do is march for George Floyd. So now it's an even exchange. We don't owe you nothing. You don't owe us nothing. You get what I'm saying? We fed the children out there. So don't bring up this what y'all did for us in George Floyd. But don't bring up how we fed the children. Because keep in mind, even Michael Jackson had y'all in the videos. You get what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, early 90s, he had y'all in the videos. With the starving babies with the big head like mine. Maybe a little bigger. Some of them babies' head was big as mine. But we feel bad for you, Somalis. And I thank y'all for marching. Now, we don't owe you nothing now. You don't owe us nothing, and we don't owe you nothing. Okay? Y'all have a good one, Somalis.
My biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover.
Your thoughts and follow for more.
Bro, something is breaking out in this country, and you can feel it. You got Black Americans snapping in this video, right? Somali immigrants snapping back. Threats, fraud allegations, and deportation talk. Also, Ilhan Omar floating in the middle of all of it like she's untouchable. Let's roll this first clip because this is where the snap started.
Honestly, the Somalians and the blacks have been beefing, okay? This ain't no new shit. Especially when I was in high school, there used to be Somali blood gangs against the GDs, against the regular bloods, all type of shit, okay? And this stems from when the Somalians were coming over here. They were taught propaganda to stay the fuck away from Black Americans. So when I did make Somalian friends in high school, like I was never allowed over their house, none of that, because their parents fucking hated me. And I think this is just a part of the American tactic, y'all. So like America is now using that same propaganda to hold us against each other and to hate each other. When especially white people cannot tell the difference between Black Americans and Somalis. They literally treat us the same. And that's what Black Americans have been trying to tell Somalian people for a very fucking long time when they came over here trying to act privileged. That you are not ever going to be seen for more than us. Like you will always be the shit on the end of the stick when it comes to white people. Yes, you guys were given opportunities, and white people at first were greeting you and happy you were here for that tax credit, but baby, now you're taking their resources and they don't fuck with that shit.
That I can get, I am leaving, and I'm leaving on principle because I feel that if I as an immigrant remain in a fascist country, I've been here for 38 years and I can't.
Man, it sucks that they cut the clip off right there, but she says 38 years and she's talking about, I'm ready to leave. You've been here longer than me, longer than half of the TikTok activists crying for visas, built the whole life, saying raised kids, started a business, and now after Trump gets sworn back in, suddenly America is fascist. This is insane. Listen, if you genuinely feel unsafe, you have options. You do. I'm trying to get my do-rag together. What's going on with this? I'm looking crazy. But yeah, you have options. But, calling America fascist while standing in the safest country on earth, yelling into an iPhone 15 Pro Max, come on. Because something triggered these reactions. And guess what? Minnesota just dropped the next hammer. They did. Let me show you exactly why the panic is spreading.
Well, it's no more. 245D has been put on a moratorium in the state of Minnesota for 2 years, starting January 2026. All the applications who are not approved by January of 2026 will be canceled. In 2 years, they will review and see if if they will reopen. The 245D is a waiver program in Minnesota. It basically includes a lot of programs. So if you have submitted an application, the application will be canceled. And you can try it again in 2 years when it reopens. If you have not submitted an application, I would suggest you go look for another business, because 245D, or the waiver program in the state of Minnesota, has been put on moratorium. Don't be sad. There are many opportunities out there if you would like to provide caring services. If one door closes, another one opens.
My people, let's set the record straight on what President Trump just said about Somalia.
Somalian, look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other.
Somalia isn't a nation? As a matter of fact, Somalia is one of the oldest nations in the world and has existed for, get this, over 2,000 years. They've built major trade empires across the Indian Ocean, developed one of Africa's oldest systems of law, and rebuilt entire economies without a central government. That's not failure. That's resilience, sophistication, and global impact.
These Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country.
No, they've actually poured billions into the U.S. economy. The Somali diaspora has rebuilt education systems, businesses, and local economies from Minneapolis to Columbus. In Minnesota alone, Somali-owned businesses generate over $200 million in economic activity every year. The community has some of the highest rates of small business creation among immigrant groups. They fill critical workforce gaps in healthcare, transportation, logistics, and public service.
They have destroyed Minnesota. Okay.
Destroy Minnesota? No, they're actually the economic engine of Minnesota. Minnesota's Somali population has revitalized entire neighborhoods. Towns that were once declining corridors now have thriving hubs led by Somali businesses, restaurants, markets, and transport companies. The state's East African population contributes over $1.5 billion annually to Minnesota's economy.
And all they do is complain, complain, complain.
My people, civil participation is not complaining, it's patriotism. Minnesota has some of the highest voter participation rates among East African immigrants. Somali Americans serve as teachers, police officers, nurses, entrepreneurs, city council members, and yes, members of Congress.
They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, and she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople.
Now, you may not agree with every politician. That's democracy. But Ilhan Omar is the first African-born, first Somali American, and one of the first Muslim women ever elected to the U.S. Congress. That's not a threat. That's the American story. So, my people, when they say Somali Americans are destroying America, show them the receipts. Share this video to let someone know this is a community that works, builds, votes, serves, prays, dreams, innovates, and contributes far more than they are ever given credit for. And I just wanted to end in the positive note, okay, with this last clip that I put. And I just wanted to just be positive in between all the negative that is going around with the Somalis and how they, yes, it seems like they hate Black people, or they don't identify themselves as a Black. And all these things that's going on, all the things that they are saying that is not helping their community at all. And I just wanted to end it up in a positive clip. So please, guys, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal, independent media. Okay, subscribing to my channel. If you are not subscribed, just make sure that you check and make sure that you are subscribed. And I just wanted to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For the bottom of my heart, you guys are truly the best subscribers on the planet, okay? Thank you for the super stands. Thank you for the money for coffee. I'm like a kid in the candy store every time that I get a super tens or money for coffee, because you guys are truly, truly the best, and I so highly appreciate you. Thank you for the privilege of your time. I just appreciate my subscribers so much, okay? Have a blessed day. Thank you so much. Make sure that you drop a like, and you guys take care of yourself. Bye-bye.